Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. On this channel, I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. And in this video, this one's going to be a good one for you guys. You guys ready? I'm going to be talking today about the one thing that's holding you back from living your dream life and fulfilling your desires and going after your purpose, or even knowing your purpose, really. And that thing is resistance. Now, what is resistance, you may be asking? Resistance is, it's pretty much, it's you being in fear, you thinking about what's going to happen if this or this happens, it's you overthinking, pretty much, when you overthink things, you create resistance. Now, resistance is just, just block, you know what I mean? It's just like a little, you guys know what like a resistance band is? When you stretch it, then you it causes like resistance, like you can't, it's really hard to like stretch. And with, our reality is malleable, it's flexible. It's really bendable. But, when you create resistance in your life through having self-doubt, having fear about yourselves, and just, overthinking about what different types of possibilities could happen, then this is what's causing resistance. This is what's causing you, this is what's stopping you from manifesting what your desires and manifesting your dreams. And so I think that in order to kind of get rid of this resistance, you kind of just have to let go. Now, what do I mean by let go? I mean, you have to let go of all the self-limiting beliefs about yourself. What do you think what's your dominant vibration? How do you think, feel, and act on a day-to-day basis? What type of things are you tuning into? Now, I could go on and on about different factors that are causing you fear and stuff like that, and anxiety, but I want to narrow it down to a couple. First of all, the news. If you watch the news, 99% of the news is negative. Why is that? In my opinion, it's because they want to instill fear into you. Because if you're in a state of fear, you're more easily manipulated. Therefore, you're easily in control of other people. So it's, whether you like the news or not, it doesn't matter, because 99% of it is negative. So when you're focusing on that, every single day or like a couple times a week, and your mind is just on that, then that's programming your mind, your subconscious mind, to be in fear, which is creating that lack mentality. I don't have enough of this. I don't have enough of that. It's really simple, but it's like, it's hard at the same time, because we have been programmed and conditioned to believe in a certain way. We've been programmed and conditioned to believe that it's hard for us to make money. It's hard for us to go, we have to grind our asses off to make money, and we have to go through struggle and stuff like that. Yes, I'm not saying that struggle doesn't happen, you know what I mean? Because if, there has to be struggle in your life in order for you to grow. But at the same time, life can still be easy to you. Life is about how you respond to things that are happening. It's not, it's not about what's happening to you. You know what I mean? It's about how you're responding to what's actually happening to you. And so I think when we focus a lot on negative things, that's causing negative entities to pop up in our life, and it's creating that resistance. Just let go of all that stuff. What are you telling yourself on a day-to-day basis? Are you telling yourself that you're ugly? Stop that. It's not, words carry a vibration. Nikola Tesla once said, Shout out to the great Nikola Tesla, but he said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. You know, that being said, our words are the only things that are a part of us that are outside of us, you know, that are just, they project on the outside. They're not within us. So it's important when you kind of have a grasp on this to really watch for what you're saying. You know, are you saying daily affirmations about how great you are and about how you're confident? Are you saying, I am confident, I am rich, you know, I am wealthy, I deserve abundance, you know, abundance is my birthright? Are you saying these type of things to yourself on a day-to-day basis? You know, or are you saying, I'm ugly, I'm lazy, I'm never gonna be productive, I'm upset, I'm this, I'm that. You know, you can tell yourself these type of things every single day. The more and more you do that, though, you're creating resistance in your life. And, you know, and I want to be as real on here as possible. You know, I don't want to leave, you know what I mean? I don't want to lead you guys to like this false narrative or what I don't believe in, you know? So I'm going to tell you straight, like how it is. And that's something that I've struggled with, you know, growing up. I wasn't always the realist, but I want to come on here and be real with you guys, because it's an easy fix. It's not something, you know, it's not something that's going to happen overnight, but you can certainly fix it, you know, and it's certainly something that you can change. You know, it's not a huge issue, you know. It's very minor things that we've just been programmed through birth. You know, think about it. We were programmed since birth to not be out in the sun too long. You know, don't stare at the sun, it's going to give you cancer. You know, so with that, we have been programmed not to stare at the sun. So when we try to stare at the sun for our benefit, you know, it hurts us because we're not used to staring at the sun. And so we have to work on getting used to it. You know, like I said, it takes practice. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's not going to, you know, it's going to take repetition. Just like if you start meditating, you know, I always recommend meditating in my videos. I think it's a great, wonderful thing. Keeps your mind still so you can focus on, you know, your problems. You can visualize, you can manifest everything that you want to do and achieve what you achieve and what you aspire to do. All of that starts with meditation. Or most of it, I should say. I don't want to say all of it, but yeah, it's just your mind is super powerful, which is why, you know, the news and the social media, if you're on, you know, you can either choose to have social media be a tool for you to, you know, advance in your career or pursue your career or whatever, this, that. You can use that as a tool, or you can use it as just, you know, content that you're just being consumed by, you know. Which is why I always say, just be careful to what you're tuning into, you know. If you're tuning into things that are not the most positive, if you're tuning into, you know, random Karens being bitchy at fucking stores and stuff like that, or if you're just tuning into just things that aren't really going to help you out and that aren't really positive and that aren't going to, you know, just make you feel good, then you should tune it out most of the time. You know, I'm not saying stop everything that you're watching, you know, but like I said, it's going to take time. Just be gradual with it. And, you know, like I said before, like the news, if you're focused on the news a lot of the time, the news is mostly projecting a lot of negative beliefs and a lot of limiting beliefs, self-limiting beliefs, you know, when in reality we are eternal spiritual beings. You know, we don't only exist on this reality, we exist on multiple different realities and different timelines. And so, you know, if that's the case, why wouldn't we be able to manifest whatever we want? And wouldn't we be able to, you know, create the dream life that we always want? You know, and it starts with daily affirmations. It starts with, you know, being still. And it starts with just being present. That's how to get rid of resistance right there. You know, the more and more you're present, the more and more present you are in this moment, the more and more things are going to start coming to you. You know, I've noticed this within my life. Excuse me, but like within my life, I've noticed this happen to me, you know. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about what happened with with the coronavirus. People were out of jobs, including myself, for a couple of months. Now, I'm not saying that I was glad that I was out of the job. I mean, I was glad, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I didn't feel like working, so I was very grateful that I was able to have time off. But yeah, so I was off for a couple months, right? Get this, right? So tell me how. So I pay for this car, my beautiful Hyundai Elantra 2017. I pay this car. This car costs me about $304 every single month. That's the car payment. Now for insurance, it's around $260, $250. But since I canceled my automatic payments, so they boosted up the price for the for my insurance, because I had to go back on automatic payments, so it was up to like $350, which is like ridiculous. But fuck. But so yeah, I didn't have any money. Like, I wasn't making any money. I was down like 2 months on my car payment. I was behind 2 months, I should say, on my car payment. And so I didn't have like money in my bank account, and my car company was saying that they were threatening to pretty much take away my car if I couldn't pay the payments, you know. Now, in that situation, I could have been worried like 100%. I could have been like, oh my gosh, if they take my car, like, I'm screwed. But I see it as, if they take my car, you know, I'm able to save up a lot more money, you know, because I'm not paying for it monthly. So you have to look at these different things in your life as opportunities. And so what ended up happening pretty much is I filed for my tax return. I only got $37, by the way, if you're curious, but $37. But like, so yeah, so I got that, which was nice. I was able to pay off like a credit card payment. Grateful for that. But I was still down. Like, I needed to pay, like, how much did I need to pay? I needed to pay like $600 pretty much by the end of the month, and I didn't really have any of that. And so I get my first check from work when I go back to work. I get my first check, and you know, sure enough, you know, I'm able to make the payment, because I actually received a check from the IRS, $1,200. It was my stimulus check. I had gotten it, and it was kind of just out of nowhere. You know, I didn't notice that it was in my account, that it had been transferred. And I was just so grateful, because I was able to pay off all my car payments and everything. So that's just an example of how, you know, but I wasn't stressed out in the situation. You know, I knew I was down, but it wasn't something that I looked at as a problem for me, you know, because when you look at things as problems, then they manifest as problems. You know, you have to look at things as, you know, as gifts. Well, not as gifts necessarily, but you just can't be worried about them. You can't be stressed out. You know, you can't think, oh, what am I going to do? I can't pay for this. I can't pay for that. Because, like, you know, the universe works in wonderful ways, miraculous ways, I should say. And, you know, it provides you based on your vibration, you know, meaning that your dominant vibration is pretty much how you think, feel, and act. So if you're feeling good a lot of the times, which I am, you know, I'm not someone who is very negative all the time. I've never been that type of person, but, you know, and I'm human. Like, I'm not perfect. Like, sometimes I'll get really upset. Sometimes I get annoyed. I'm not gonna lie, you know, like, but, so it's important to just try to do your best to remain happy, you know, diet, take care of yourself, you know, make sure you're eating healthy, Pay attention to how you feel. That's a huge one. And so, yeah, I think the number one key that's blocking you from manifesting is resistance. And how do you let go of resistance? Or how do you get rid of resistance? By letting go. What does letting go mean? It means being okay if you don't, necessarily have the funds to get out of the situation that you're in. It's being okay with not stressing out over if you have to pay for your car payment or if you have to pay for your house. I'm a very grateful person. Gratitude is another way to just to let go of resistance. If you're grateful, if you're grateful, then that's all. I feel like gratitude is one of the most effective ways in terms of being able to manifest. But yeah, so if you're grateful and if you're in the present moment, then that is when that's when you're connected to source. You're connected with your higher self, with God, whoever you want to say, whatever you want to call God, so if you believe in God. But bottom line, the number one key to letting go of resistance is just to make sure that you're not too, or I should say the number one thing that's blocking you from manifesting is resistance. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, just be careful to what you're tuning into. Not everything on the news is real. I'm not saying that's fake. I don't know that per se, but I'm just saying that just be careful to what you pay attention to. Let go of the self-limiting beliefs. You are a limitless being. You are here for a purpose. You know what I mean? It's like, do you think Jimmy Butler would have made it to the NBA if he didn't think he was great? Jimmy Butler was homeless before he made it into the NBA. So you have no excuse. You know what I mean? It's just like, if he can go from being homeless to being in the NBA, what's stopping you from making millions of dollars? You know what I mean? Doing whatever the hell you want, doing what you love, doing doing something that's adding value to other people, doing something that you're truly passionate about, man. Like, it's pretty simple, but it can be hard at the same time, and I understand that. And if you're struggling right now, or if there's something that you're going through, feel free to message me, hit me up. My DMs are open. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope you guys gained some value from this. Yeah, man, I'm so grateful that I'm able to post every single day for you guys and to be able to inspire millions and millions of people. It makes me feel really good, and it just makes me emotional, to be honest. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness, y'all. Catch you in the next one.